Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ready. Check, 59. Check. He's coming. Double up.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
65. Check. Yeah.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back.
Ready.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. Hey, Charlie, look at me. Zipper. Get it.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here's Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run on 1st down. Holmes up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Stop here, D. Exit. Mike 51. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Easy. 44 is Mike. Check. Scene 6. 44. Mike, 44. Wild Bill.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
At the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Kill. Look, squeeze.
They run with Taylor. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Hard.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Check. Fresno. Now.
Here's Taylor. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Taylor, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Set, ready? 60 or. Exit. Rush in. Rush. Hey, Sam up. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. It's Holmes, and this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Let's go, Z, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Fofo. Yellow. Mike Fofo. Man out. Go. Mike, 44's Mike. Check. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. And I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jaguars, nothing.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Trip. You got trip.
Hey, lock it.
Check 31. Check 31.
Five.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rock it.
Get wide.
Fight. Get.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, Holmes. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down, Mahomes. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Every day, any day.
Taylor.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Yeah.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
They'll run with Taylor. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
X3, 218, chop.
The give to Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer.
Chiefs 16, Jaguars 7.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
57 colors.
Bravo. Mike 51. Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
At the Jaguars' 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Here we go.
43.
36.
Now a give right side. It's Holmes. It's a 4-yard pickup there that leaves him with 3rd and 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, 15.
Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
51 to Mike, boys. 51.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is complete. It's Marshall. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey, Ripley.
Alpha. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the Hey, D-line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, box drop.
Mike 51, Mike.
Get up.
Hey, come on now. Hey, Mike 51.
Hey, Mike 7. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's He's got it, and it's now 23-14.
Next to score, Chiefs 23, Jaguars 14.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yellow.
Target. Charlie. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. 3 birds. 44. Mike. 44.
Yellow.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Not today, you are. Not today. 44. Mike. 44. So we got man.
Mahomes now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Next to score, Chiefs 30, Jaguars 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Shift this side. We got three. We got three.
You're out.
He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash.
Hey, 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 hey.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
61. Yes, yes.
4 down. 4 down.
Now we give to Taylor. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Look at me. Go. Go.
Easy. Check 4. Check 4.
Smooth. Look at me. Zipper. Now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Greystone, Travis.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Look. Squeeze. Hustle, hustle.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Come. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the slant.
Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, 43.
That's a what?
Hey, color.
That's a what?
Switch it. Rip left.
Come on, switch it. Alert 3.
Okay.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holmes, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
You better be smart. Don't be scared of it. Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, here we go. Same thing, yellow, 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 yellow.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check. Hey, stand up. Check.
They'll set up a throw. And that's caught by Smith. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26, 18. Top go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Complete. Smith has it. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Hey, Delta. Just go.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Rip right. Rip right. 51's Mike.
Right.
Mike 51.
Right on.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Leo.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Go.
Second and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Yep.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
All that, baby. All that. Snap.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Set, ready. 10 Lobo. Ready.
Here we go, team. All day, defense.
Hey, let go.
Mike,
Stand.
time to go right now. Slam.
Ready.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on
Hey, team 6.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Go.
He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Go. Look, squeeze.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ready, ready.
Mike 51. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Coming, baby. I'm coming.
Cut. Five.
They'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback with 8 seconds remaining, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
52, Mike 52. Man, I got you. Where's 52? 52's the Mike. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be
Yellow.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Mike 52.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Jags, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, They suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.